walking around right now in my natural habitat, about to do this melanated consciousness talk while I walk because your girl busy. So basically, when I get this camera straight, we are discussing melanated consciousness topic, and we've been talking about our thought process and how we think. And I think that it's very important to understand the power of your mind. The previous talks, we kind of talked about your thoughts and how they create your reality and how your emotion influences all of that. And today, I just want to kind of talk about some things that I actually had to go through and how we process all of these things. So, originally, before I got to this place of being conscious about my thought process and what I thought, I didn't know how to control my emotion. I didn't know how deep my beliefs were around certain things. And that was really what was the bulk of me not being able to control my emotions, because I truly believed one thing about myself and I needed a new perspective to kind of see it in a different light. But the more that I looked for reasons why what I believed or what I thought was like a lie, not really true, and something that I was making up, the more that I was able to release that belief and also release those thoughts and that emotion. Whatever area in your life that you struggle to see any positivity from, most likely it's because you believe something about it. And you need confirmation that this is not the only option for me. This is not the only way that this can be. I don't know what got me itching on here. So I'm in the streets. I gotta get out of the way. I can walk up the sidewalk. So when you're thinking about your negative thinking, your thought processes, and how I can change my vibration, it's about really understanding what you believe about yourself. What is your identity for yourself? We each hold a certain identity. I believe this to be true about myself because I experienced a certain thing, or because this is all that I've seen. I haven't really been proven. It hasn't been proven to me that things could be in a different way. But that is so not the truth. When I was in my negative thought process and thinking, a lot of things that I would tell myself would be how I wasn't good enough, and how if someone else was in this role that they could be doing different. But that's so not true. If we take time to really look at our lives and understand how we're each on a journey to learn. You're here to learn. You're not here to know and execute. If that was the case, you could just come here fully grown. You don't have to grow up. You don't have to come here in an infant form. But because you came here, you have to understand that everything takes patience and it takes time. That's just like getting into a new occupation, a new career. It takes a little bit of time to get the hang of things. But once you get the hang of things, it'd be a piece of cake. You be like, oh, that's so easy. And that's really what life is about, and how we think, how we process our emotions. It's all about being patient with yourself. So I want you to think about something that you struggle with right now. What do you believe about it? And be honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. I used to lie to myself because I didn't want to be thinking negative. I didn't want to be a negative Nancy. I wanted to be positive. So I would trick myself into being positive. But when you are lying to yourself, or when you have not yet addressed what's really the issue and you try to cover it up with positivity, you really kind of psych yourself out. You frustrate yourself, and you don't give yourself a real opportunity to work through the issues. If there's an issue, it has to be combed through. If your hair tangled up, baby, you gotta comb that stuff out. You just can't, keep styling it, because eventually it's going to be unmanageable. So you want to be able to manage it while you are able to. And that's the same thing with our thought processes. When I say that you can have anything that you want, you literally can. The only thing that stops us from getting the things that we desire and that we really truly want for ourselves is what we believe. If I believe that McDonald's is closed right now, I want McDonald's. I don't even like them. But if I believe right now that McDonald's is closed and I don't go get no burger, that's on me. You didn't go up there and get it, because you believe that they closed. But you get up there and find out they not really closed. It's open and they giving away something free. It's the way you perceive things. It's your idea towards things. So if you start to look at things in a negative light, then that's how you're going to ever be able to breathe, because that is what you will attract. What? Go play. Why?
Because the game we finna play is dangerous for anybody here.
So, if he get hurt, then he'll sit down.
Okay, come on. What you need your shirt on for?
Bro, go take that over there, because I was recording. So yeah, guys, it's literally about your thought processes. Has a lot to do with how you identify with yourself. So you want to be in tune with your identity. How are you viewing yourself? What do you believe about yourself? What things have been projected onto you that need to be addressed? Somebody could say something to you that's not even true. It's just them projecting things onto you. But now that you have taken it and internalized it, then now it is within your vibration, and you do have to handle whatever this is within your vibration in order to release it. You receive things it's just like receiving mail at your front door. If you didn't order it, you don't have to accept it. Like I did. I'm not responsible for this. But now if you ordered it, then okay, let's open the box, let's look at it and take it. And that is what all of this thinking and thought processes are all about. How am I identifying with myself? What do I believe? And as I am believing, are my beliefs preventing me from moving forward, or are they keeping me stagnant in the same place that I'm in? I was stagnant for years because I believed a certain thing about myself, and I was unwilling to open my mouth to discuss these things, to even process these emotions, because I just was embarrassed about how I felt or how I viewed myself, or I felt like I was less than, so my self-worth was impacted. But it really, once I started being open and I started telling my journey, I started telling my story, I started releasing a lot of emotions. I started being able to attract people who were just like me, and I got to learn about their experiences and how they were handling life. And I really get to feel like I'm not in this by myself. And when we get to the point of thinking that we have to deal with something by ourselves, it really handicaps us into that vibration, and that is not what should be happening. You should be taking whatever you feel that is either for you or not for you and putting it where it's supposed to be placed. Things that are not for us, we send it back. Things that are for us, if we need to unpack something, if we need to review something, then that's exactly what we do. But we never ever internalize things and just hold on to them and then wonder why our vibration is low, wonder why we're not able to attract in a different type of way. But this topic was so quick and so random that I wanted to talk about that. Focus on your beliefs, on your identities. These are the areas that you want to first go into when you start thinking about yourself. You want to you want to be clear on who you are, who you see yourself as. You could be seeing yourself as someone in a lower value than what you actually are. You may actually hold a lot of value, or you may be a person who thinks that you hold a lot of value and you really don't hold a lot of value. We have to be honest with ourselves, look at our position, look at where we are, and allow ourselves to blossom, to grow, not feeling like we gotta know everything or feeling like we are less than because we don't know. No, you're learning. And I love to teach people who feel like they just genuinely don't know. A know-it-all is a person who will never really grow and excel, but because when you become receptive to the possibilities in your life, then the possibilities start to show up for you. So this was just a quick Melanated Consciousness talk. Yeah, because it's about to go down. They about to start a little game out here. So this was just a Melanated Conscious talk about your thought processes, your beliefs, and how it affects your thinking pattern. Leave some comments down below about how, if this video helped you, or how you've been dealing with your thought processing. But until next time.